Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Brianna. I'm sorry I haven't posted in so long. I've been so busy, but I decided to let this video be what I've been up to, what I'm doing now, what I'm hoping to do in the future. And again, I'm really sorry I haven't posted in so long. Like I said, things have been hectic with school, so that leads me to what I've been doing. I graduated from SUNY Sullivan, which is a 2-year school. I then transferred to Wheelock College to have my major in human development. But here's the catch. So I didn't know if this was going to happen at Wheelock. And Wheelock was really great to me. But unfortunately, there was not enough funds at Wheelock College. So Boston University bought my school. So that's kind of cool. I didn't plan on going there. It's a really hard school to get into. But so I'm now a terrier, no longer a wildcat, but once a wildcat, always a wildcat. So I'm really excited to be at Boston University, continuing my education in human development, and hopefully getting my master's in child life. So child life, what is that? Well, if you watch Miss USA, I was so excited to see that she's a child life specialist because that has been my goal since I was 8. I've always wanted to be a child life specialist, so I'm so excited. But anyway, so child life is a professional who helps children and their families cope with life's most challenging events, such as hospitalization, so cancer, various treatments. And a child life specialist doesn't need to be in a hospital setting. They can be in at-home settings. They can be in various places, and they're really important. So I'm really excited that child life is now becoming bigger in the community. So how did I get involved in child life? Well, throughout my life, I've endured many operations and procedures, and here's why. So this is also why I wanted to start my YouTube channel. So I have a disorder called neurofibromatosis, or NF for short, and it's a genetic disorder that causes tumors to grow along the nervous system, and it can lead to blindness, deafness, hypertension, loss of limbs, severe bone disfigurement, learning disabilities, and it's very rare, like cancer. So NF hasn't been the kindest to me. So I was diagnosed at 2 months old. No one knew what it was in my town. Still to this day, I have to educate doctors on what NF is because they're just not, they're not familiar with that. And I'm not saying they're not smart because they're smart. They're doctors, but they all have their professions. And unfortunately, in my community, NF is not well known. So there's about 1 in 3,000 to 1 in 4,000 individuals are born with NF, and I'm lucky and the only one in my family who has it, so I'm a spontaneous mutation, meaning that, like I said, I'm the only one in my family, so I'm the first one, lucky of the pack, I guess. So I have 3 brothers, and so I'm excited. Well, I have 4 brothers, so it's going to be fun. So I keep getting backtracked, I'm sorry guys. So my NF is on my entire left side besides my left leg, so it's around my chest wall, my heart, my lungs, my kidneys, all that fun stuff, spine, but you can really only see it one spot on my back, and then my beautiful left arm. So like I said, NF hasn't been the kindest to me in that I've had 3 spinal operations, my first one when I was 8, which is how I wanted to become a child life specialist. So I had to learn how to walk again. I became very depressed because at 8, you want to go outside, you want to hang out with your friends. It's when you're trying to figure out who you are, and I was in a hospital all the time. I didn't get to go outside like every day. I didn't get to learn how to ride a bike till later on in my life. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it was just hard. And I grew very depressed. I wasn't near my brothers. I missed them dearly. I was in the hospital on their birthday. I just felt like I was missing out on everything. So then I met a child life specialist who inspired me to help individuals who are suffering throughout similar issues as I did and still do. Because, she taught me that, no matter what you're facing in life, things will be okay if they stay positive, surround yourself with people who love you. She played games with me, she colored with me, she just kept my mind off my pain because unfortunately NF is a chronic illness, so there's no medication that helps my pain. I've tried, nothing helps, and I've come to an understanding that that's just how my life is going to be, and that is okay. But so then after that I had a few arm surgeries to remove large tumors. The tumor hung all the way down to here. They removed about 3 pounds. Down here I've had 2, had 1 up here, and then I had a wrist stabilization just because there were some tumors in my wrist and they were able to just dislocate my hand and wrist and I wouldn't have any pain. Fun, right? So sorry, also I have a little cold. So then, and I've calmed down a little bit, just a little bit. I thought everything was going to be okay. No more surgeries, just some tumors. Yeah, woo, gotta watch my kidneys because I have high blood pressure. But then something happened, and I never thought it was. So when I was younger, I was a very chubby kid. Very, very chubby. And I started to lose a lot of weight. Like, I went from 190 pounds or 175 pounds to 90 pounds in 2 months. And my doctors, of course, I was at that age, I was 13 or 14, and I'm 21 now, but at that age, it's where you're really trying to, again, figure who you are. Body image is really affecting you. So they thought I had an eating disorder. I was feeling really sick. I kept saying, no, something's really wrong. I don't have an eating disorder. I don't know what it is. I just don't feel good. I'm tired all the time. My hair's falling out. I don't know what's going on. And again, those are all symptoms of having anorexia. So they thought I was anorexic. I mean, I looked anorexic. Then one day I was at cheerleading practice and I went to lift up my arm to do a jump. My left arm or left shoulder dislocated. It went right into my chest, so my shoulder was right here. And I was still having a lot of shoulder pain after they reset my shoulder. It was like 2 months. I'm still having so much pain. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I went to go have an MRI. Someone else needed the MRI, so they were like, all right, we're going to do a PET scan, similar. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that is. I've never had a PET scan before. So then they were like, we're just going to do some contrast to make sure nothing's torn in your shoulder. So we want to make sure you didn't break your shoulder, shatter your shoulder, all that stuff. So I have the PET scan. Then I get a call I never thought I would. I still remember, they're like, you need to come into the Jimmy Fund Clinic. And I'm like, why do I have to go to the Cancer Institute? I haven't been there since I was younger, and I've never had cancer before, so what's going on? So I go in, they sit me in the chair, and these doctors, one I've never met before, and he just looked at me, and I kind of knew that something was wrong, and he told me, he's like, you have a neurosarcoma, and I'm like, what is that? So like I said in the beginning of the video, you can have cancer with neurofibromatosis. It's very, very rare. Lucky one to get into my family, the only one. Lucky one to get cancer. Unfortunately, there's no cure for neurofibromatosis, so they open you up. Hopefully they can remove all of the tumor that's there, and there you go. Well, they removed it. I was really sick, and I still was very sick afterwards, and then I was homeschooled, so meaning I couldn't physically go to school, but a tutor would come from that school to my house, and I would educate myself. It wasn't like really homeschooled, but I couldn't go to school. And I did that for a while, almost my entire freshman year of high school. Then, 18 months later, I'm feeling a little sick again. So it's always a cheerleading, right? So I was at a cheerleading game, and I finished our routine during halftime, and I ran to my mom, and I passed out in her arms. I did not feel good at all. Go to my doctor. Well, not only did I have another cancerous tumor, I had 2 more. So I was battling cancer for the 3rd time. And I just kept thinking, what did I do to deserve this? Why? I work with the Children's Tumor Foundation, which I'll discuss in another video. I try my best in school. I always advocate to help others. Why do I have to have it for a 3rd time? And neurosarcomas are so dangerous. There's a 50% survival rate. They're very dangerous. You can't go on chemo because there's no cure for them. If they can't remove it, then you know what happens. So I was scared. They removed it. The first one was right here. So you can kind of see I have a scar here. Second one was under my lymph node. And third one, you can kind of see the scar is here. And this was the worst surgery I have ever had in my life. And not really physically, but mentally. So they removed it. They got all the tumors or the cancer that they could. And I woke up and I couldn't talk. I didn't know what was going on. I barely could breathe. I felt like I swallowed knives. And they told me, no, it's just from being intubated. The tube that goes down to help you breathe. That's it. That's all it is. Weeks went by. I still could hardly talk. Kind of sounded like if you have a cold, but worse. I don't like E.T. and Batman combined is how I would always explain it. And so I had the procedure where they would stick the camera down your nose and into your throat to see what's going on with your vocal cords. And singing has always been a passion of mine, always. I loved it, so is public speaking. Well, when they removed the camera, I was told, Brianna, you may never talk, normal, ever sing, or eat solid foods ever again. Because of what was going on, I couldn't even swallow food. I was on a liquid-based diet. My vocal cord was paralyzed, and they told me that it would probably never come back. That was the most difficult moment I ever went through. Singing was the only normalcy in my life. I was told I had cancer for the 3rd time, and I just had a tumor or surgery to remove the tumors. I couldn't go to school again. And I was like, everything was just like suffocating me, and I didn't know what to do anymore. Well, did a lot of speech therapy where I would have to not only speak, but I'd have to swallow and learn how to swallow again. 6 months later, trying to talk over my dog and like yell at my brother, my voice came back. And I just cried because, I didn't know how. They told me my voice was never going to come back, and it came back. And I just, was in so much shock. And then it was time for me to have 2 more neck fusions. One, I had the fusion, and unfortunately the metal popped off. It didn't like my spine, so they had to revise it and fix it. So my spine was a complete S when I was 8. They fixed it, the neck curved a little bit, and then they had to fix it again. So that's kind of like the short story of what's happened in my life. There's a documentary about my life from working with the Children's Tumor Foundation. I won the Strength and Honor Award in 2015, so I'll link that in the description box below. But now I want to catch you up on what's going on today, and I'm sorry this is going to be a long video. But, so, I really don't know what's happening to me now. I am suffering from a lot of medical issues. Some videos I do want to record myself without having makeup, because with NF, it's mine specifically, it's really hard to see what's going on in me, but I'm very pale. My skin is very dry from what's going on. So again, I went up for my usual PET scan the day after my 21st birthday. You're supposed to be having the time of your life. You're supposed to be going out drinking with your friends. And while I did go out on my birthday, I knew you have a PET scan tomorrow, you probably shouldn't drink. So I didn't. No, that's a lie. I had, it's kind of funny, my mom got me, it's a nip, but it's wine. So it was, this big, but it was a little wine thing. So I had that, and I get an email saying you have uptake in your thyroid. You need to come in. I'm like, here we go again. 4th time's a charm, really? So we're not using the term cancer yet, but I do have to have a biopsy right here. It's also why my voice gets raspy sometimes. It's not just because I'm sick, but when I do get sick, my voice gets very raspy. There's a few bright spots on my back, on my arm, which we're not saying again is cancer right now, because some tumors do light up, but that does not mean they're cancer. It could just be a nodule, or it could just be your tumors acting up and that there's growth. And if tumors, they do light up, it's just like there's a cancer scale. This one, it was bright, and there's a few. So I'm a little scared about that. I'm starting my senior year of college, and this was all last semester. My last semester of junior year at Wheelock, and my first year at Wheelock, you'd think I'm gonna have fun. I mean, while I did have fun, it's just why is this happening again? I really just want to, start my life, be an adult, help children. I really want to help people. And it just kind of stinks that, the reality is that I have to put my stuff on hold, and it makes me really choked up just thinking about it, but it's going to be okay. Sorry, that was gross. But, yeah, so I'm going to be going to see a few doctors again, trying to figure out why this is happening. Having my biopsy, also going to have one on my leg, but that's pretty much it. So this video was kind of sad, and I'm sorry. I didn't want it to be sad. That's not what I want to be known as. I want to be an inspiration. I really do. So I will keep you guys posted as to what's going on, and please, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, turn on the little notification bell. And maybe I'll even like introduce you to my brother who's really good at filmmaking. I'll introduce you to all my brothers. Like I said, I have 4. I have 2 twin brothers, Robin and Brandon. I have a baby brother who's turning 3 tomorrow. His name's Jace. He's my best friend. And I have a 4-year-old, or 4-year, what am I saying? My 4th brother is Justin, and he is 1. So yeah, I'm really excited to be back on YouTube, even though, like I said, I'm going through a lot right now. So I'm going to try to post as much as I can, but thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.